Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Talk at Elevation by Fan Day Nation. My name is Michaela Nagel. I have Adisyn Perry here with me today. But first, I want to tell you a little bit about Fan Day Nation itself. Your team works hard all season. Now it's time to show the world what you've built. Fan Day Nation partners with teams to create professional highlight reels, branded content, and recruiting-ready profiles for every athlete on your roster. From game day hype videos to social media campaigns, we help your program earn the visibility it deserves and open doors for your athletes. Put your team on the map. Let's get started at fandaynation.com. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Yeah, of course. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, and not only are you joining us, you're joining our team. Yeah, so what is your role? What are you going to do for us exactly?
Yeah, so I'm going to be your co-host for the podcast here.
It's going to be awesome.
Sports reporter.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just here. I'm a student at CSU right now, Colorado State University, studying journalism and sports management.
Nice. And you said you're a junior?
I'm a senior.
You're
yeah,
senior.
last year.
Okay. Last year.
Final stretch.
Are you excited to get this done?
I'm really excited. I'm excited to make it into the real world and get going.
Yeah, absolutely. Why journalism?
So to take it back, I actually loved science my whole life. Like I was super into biology, things like that. And then I had a little bit of falling out, craziness, lived to school in Arizona. And then I moved back to Colorado and I was like, okay, this isn't quite what I want to do.
Right.
I was going through high school and everything. I was president of my student council. So I would talk in front of a ton of people. Graduation, talked in front of 6,000 people. And I was like, this is kind of fun. I was like, wait, I can do this. So then I connected that with my love for sports. I grew up playing softball, basketball, and golf.
Wow. For all thread over
here. Seriously, volleyball too when I was really younger, just a big sports girl. Grew up in that type of household. My dad played sports all growing up, so he's a big role model when it comes to that. But then I was like, all right, I like to chat and I like sports. I'm like, let's make it into something.
Perfect.
And that's what I'm doing now.
And here you are.
And here I am.
And you went to school at Arizona or Arizona State?
I went to Grand Canyon.
You went to Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I only went there for about a semester. Realized Arizona wasn't for me. I'm a Colorado native, born and raised. So I'm like, all right, I gotta come back home. I'm like, I miss these mountains.
Yep.
I
understand.
I was like, look at these mountains. I'm like, honey, those are hills.
Yeah. Those are not real mountains.
They're not real. Wow. Yeah. So I'm glad to be back in Colorado. I love it. I love to go hiking, camping, all that outdoor sports. So
awesome.
It makes me feel alive.
Yeah. Just going back to you're raised in a household full of sports, your dad and everything. Who do you have? Are you all Colorado fans?
Just about, yeah.
Okay.
So my entire family lives in Colorado, which is super fortunate. My dad grew up a big Broncos fan, so I think the football has always been the main thing in the household, but we also love the Nuggets. Yeah, can't get enough of them.
Can't get enough of them, especially when they're really good.
I know. We gotta get back up on that trail.
Exactly.
2023 champs.
What would you say? Everyone wants to know what's your favorite sport? What do you follow the most?
That's hard. It kind of. I used to say the same thing when I played sports. I was like, it goes by season.
Yes.
I like each season.
Yeah.
But I probably would just say basketball is my go-to.
Okay.
I know the most about it.
It's
not like I'm really covering softball or watching it that much. Baseball is also a little different to watch on TV. But
right. Yeah.
And then golf is not fun to watch on TV, but it's fun to play. So it's
sure.
Unless it's the Masters or Waste Management or something interesting.
Yeah.
So I'd say basketball for sure. Being able to see Jokic out there and Jamal Murray and Westbrook and all these people balling up is
absolutely
exhilarating.
It is very exciting. What would you say? What do you want to do? What's your end goal for your career?
Yeah.
What do you want to end up doing? What's your dream role?
So the end goal is to be a sideline reporter.
Okay.
So I want to be right there with Jokic, holding my microphone up the highest I possibly can.
On your tiptoes.
And being like, tell me, what did you do to make this game a winner? Just go through everything with that. I think that's the dream, getting to, tell people stories and get to be on that sideline and get to be in the action and get to be part of the side action, maybe the behind the scenes that not everyone gets to see all the time. I think is super cool, and to be able to have a voice and to, present myself that way and get to do something I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
I always grew up knowing I had to do something I loved growing up. And I was like, everything is about money all the time. That's all you hear is, that's not going to be a good career. It's not stable. You don't know where you're going. But if you're truly passionate about something and you have that dedication and the want for that, you can make it happen.
Yeah, for sure.
As you have too. We have the same type of goals.
Exactly. Maybe we can help each other out in the future. We'll be on one side or another. Yeah.
We'll go from one side of the court to the other.
So I have to also ask for people out there from Fan Day Nation, why do you want to work for us for Fan Day Nation?
I love the whole brand. I love the image. I just got to talk a little bit about the different highlights through the athletes and the coaches and what we can bring them in these different promotions, which is super important because it's giving these athletes a voice and a way to make themselves different from all the other athletes around the world. You know, you can be the best athlete, you can have the best highlights and stuff, but like what makes you different?
Exactly.
So getting down to the nitty gritty of like why they are the way they are, who they want to be, and what it's going to take to do that, I think is really cool. And I think it's super like exhilarating to bring out that passion in someone and get to like see it when they talk about the thing they love to do.
Right. Yeah. When you were an athlete, how much would this have helped you while you were doing those sports and things?
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Like I grew out of it because I fell in love and everything because it was so crazy. But being able to have a way that you could like succeed in a way, going through these promotions and getting those reels and those videos and the highlights and interview training, that's a beautiful thing that I could have totally used. I mean, I also grew up an only child, so I was super shy as a kid. So like being able to have something like that would have been super cool to like promote my brand. And I probably would have went on to play in college and probably would have played college softball or golf or something, and that would have made it in the long run. But I think it's hard because you got everyone always telling you you're not going to make it. Everyone always pushes you down. So it's like you got to have that thing to build you up. And I think Fan Day Nation is really amazing in a way that it builds these athletes up and to who they want to be.
Yeah. When you said you fell out of love with some sports, was it like one after another, or was it kind of gradual?
I think it was, your whole life is based around something. I know all athletes can understand that, growing up and playing those tournaments on, Friday or Saturday and like not getting to go to that friend's birthday party or something. Yeah. I think that was the thing, like growing up, it was like, oh, okay. But then it was, seeing the bigger picture of, being with that team and, being an only child, like I was saying, that having those teammates were like my sisters and playing the sport that you just like love and you can like be yourself with is super important. But, there comes a day when like coaches, some things can happen. You can have life alter you, or your time just hits and you're like, all right. So but I keep active with that. I play intramural sports at school. I playing in a golf tournament the next few weeks. So I keep myself sane by doing that. But it's just not at the competitive level anymore.
How important do you think sports is to people growing up and just being around it and playing, and what it does for their mental, not only physical self, but also their mental?
I think it's very important. I know growing up, if I wouldn't have had those sports, I probably would be a completely different person. Maybe I would have went down that bad path. I think sports is a really cool thing to keep kids focused and locked in, not only on the sport, but their academic career and their personal goals. I think that's like, when I become a parent and stuff, I want to put my kids into sports because I know it teaches them the values of friendship and confidence and teamwork and all of these crucial things that you need growing up, especially at such a young age, thinking about anywhere from like 6 to 19. Those are like, that's like a hard development time. Like you don't really know who you are, you don't know who your friends are.
Yes.
And so having to go through that, just be able to have something that gets you through it easier is for sure. It's good. I think it's very important. It's a must in my household.
A must. Speaking of your household, you do go to CSU. Is there any CU fans in your house or around you that you have a little rivalry with?
No, thankfully.
Okay.
I'm a first-generation college student.
Okay.
So none of my parents.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. None of the parents went to there, but
okay.
I've got some cousins that like that.
Okay.
So
are they bandwagons though, or they just hopped on that train?
Well, their great grandma or whatever went to law school there, so they're like they had like season tickets, like they're on it. So like when CU came up to Fort Collins last year, we like all had a big tailgate, and it was really fun to get to see the rivalry.
That's awesome.
It was cool because Canvas Stadium at Colorado State University, it was they hit max capacity. Like it was the fullest it's ever been for that CU game. So the rivalry between the two schools is really fun, and I think it keeps that like Colorado football culture like there. Like we always say, like grill the buffs is like the saying. Like,
that's cute. I love that. Well, thanks so much. I have one more question for you, and it's, how do you want to be remembered?
How do I want to be remembered? That's a really good question. I want to be remembered as someone who was authentic and real. I don't ever want to perceive myself as like, a coward or all those things that you can tend to do. I mean, you're human at the end of the day, but if you can just speak your truth and stand up for what you believe in and like stay with it and be confident through that, I don't think anyone could hate you if you just go through life one day at a time. It's everyone's first time in the world. So just living each day and trying to make the most of it and make a name for yourself.
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much. I can't wait to co-host with you.
Oh my gosh, me too.
It's so much fun.
It's going to be a blast.
Yeah. So if you guys want to see this, then check out Fan Day Nation, and we'll see you guys next time.